Hi, my name's Tim, and this is a quick overview of how to configure your Message IQ account. You'll recognize this as the SmartRamp homepage. To begin to configure your Message IQ account, go to the left-hand nav under Message IQ to Settings. Once you click on Settings, the first thing you're going to come to is the Account Overview tab, and this is just basic information about your account, your company name, your website, your Message IQ phone number, so the primary number that you were provided for Message IQ, and then the number you would like calls that are made into that number to bounce to. It can be another mobile phone, it can be a desk phone, anything you want, and if there's an office extension with that. Set your time zone next and verify your address. We also have some alerting internally that alerts us when a message error threshold is crossed. So you send 10 messages and 7 of them don't land, or only 7 of them land. We would get an alert once a day that tells us whether or not you are increasing or you are sending over that error threshold. Typically that's 80 or 90%, so you can set that here. The next tab above is user settings, and what this is configuring in-browser notifications. So very first thing you need to do is just switch the toggle so that you enable browser notifications. And then browser notifications are a little bit complicated, so we created user guides for iOS or for Mac OS and Windows. And for various browsers within each. So in order to receive in-browser notifications, you have to ensure that notifications are set up in your operating system and also in your browser. This will help you do that. The next tab is the automations tab. So we automatically send some messages on your behalf without you having to do much. The first is sending a message that is for call forwarding. You can turn all of these on or off. But a text message will go out if someone calls back the text number that you send from. And you can see to the right of the toggle button what that message is. Also messages for missed calls. Next, I'll show you how to set your business hours, and there is some automated messaging around business hours too. That is, if someone texts you outside of your normal business hours, they will receive an automated response from our system. And you can configure what those business hours are and when those automated responses go out. And then possible unsubscribe replies. So the carriers automatically opt people out if they hear a stop reply to a message. Our platform does that as well, but you can configure additional keywords like unsubscribe. Some of our customers include cuss words, right? So if we identify a cuss word being replied back, we will opt someone out. So here you're able to set what those unsubscribe replies are. And then a credit limit, so you can track how you're progressing against your credits, or if you exceed your credits threshold for the month, we'll actually send you an alert. I mentioned the business hours earlier. This is the tab where you would set your business hours. Again, this primarily drives automated messaging around "we're closed" messaging. The next tab is one way of several where you can create templates. So if you're going to create a template here, create a name, then just type the template that you would like to send. A best practice here is to use hi, first name, period. This is your name or the contact owner's name from your company name. And those are all HubSpot contact tokens you can use. And you'll see down the bottom here, you can insert HubSpot contact tokens. Just click on this field and then, for example, start typing a HubSpot token like first name. Complete the message body and then just save it, and that template is saved. And you can save that template by clicking on the Save Template button down here. on the bottom. The next tab is for billing. It shows where your credits are against your total allocation for the month. So green is the number that you've sent. In this, it happens to be our account, and we have sent well more than our limit. So you'll see that there's a bunch of red here. You can also change your plan in this tab and look at previous invoices or update billing information. So easy way to just see how you're progressing throughout the month. The next tab is where you manage your users. You can add or delete them. You can update them. If you want to invite new users, first name, last name, their email address, and then make sure to include a user role. If you want them just to be able to send and receive text messages, then user is the appropriate role for them to take on. Next is integrations. You will likely have already done this, but this is where you connect your HubSpot account. If you haven't already done it, it's literally a one-click connection. So go ahead and connect your HubSpot account now. The next tab is where you manage your phone numbers. So let's just look at a phone number here, and I'll grab my office line. So all of these phone numbers are Integrate IQ phone numbers. I will update this office line. It's our main phone number. I can assign it to myself. So there I am as a user. The call forwarding number. If someone receives a text message from me, it'll actually, our numbers happen to be both voice and text. They can bounce directly to my office line for a conversation. I'll update that number, and that will be that. If you're sending automated or bulk messages, you'll want to ensure that you are using the number of segments that you expect to. So there's a misnomer throughout the industry. A lot of organizations, including us, use the term messages, and you believe you're billed on messages. The truth is you're billed on segments. A segment is a 160 character grouping of space or text. And messages that are greater than 160 segments are concatenated. So they appear as one longer message on a recipient's phone, but just like Androids or iPhones do. But that's not how they'll show up on your bill. So we created this calculator that allows you to understand exactly how many segments your messages are. Note as you begin typing in this box, the characters in the SMS increase. And as you cross that 160 character threshold, you will see the number of segments increase. You don't want to send a message that's 163 characters long to a distribution list of 1 million people if that's not what you intended. So this is an easy and quick way for you to check that. The next tab is tags. So tags are closely tied to broadcasts. So you can create a tag here in this tab. You can't do it because it's already there. So you can create a tag in this tab, and then using the contacts function, you can actually associate contacts with a tag, and then you use the combination of those two things to send a broadcast message. Which brings us to broadcast messages. I strongly encourage you to send your broadcast messages from HubSpot. Create a list of contacts that you would like to send that message to. It can be an automated list. It can be a static list. It doesn't matter. And then create a workflow that uses membership in that list as the trigger to send the text message that you create. And there's other videos on how to do that, but it's a cleaner way to send messages. It's frankly a simpler workflow. It keeps you working in HubSpot and kind of keeps the center of your universe in HubSpot. So that's what I encourage you to do. However, if you want to send it from here, say maybe your HubSpot's turned off for some reason, you create a broadcast name. You then select the phone number that you would like the broadcast to come from. select the tag, which again is associated with contacts. So you select the tag that you would like the messages to be sent to, then you type your message. If you're going to be close to 160 characters, just be aware that you want to use that calculator to figure that out. And then the next button sends your broadcast message. The last tab here is for marketing agencies. Marketing agency customers can be the administrator for all of the companies that they bring into MessageIQ. So that's the purpose of that. I'm going to assume for this video that you are not a marketing agency, and we'll leave that one alone. I think one thing I would like to show you is contacts and tabs. So this is where you upload lists of contacts and associate those with tags, and then those tags again are what gets sent for broadcast messages. Download this Excel template to copy in your contacts to. It's the simplest way to do this, and then upload it into the system, and you are good to go. I hope this video was helpful, and I can't wait to see what you send.